This is the case of Munn versus Illinois. But quick disclaimer. This video is for a project I'm further about to expose myself and embarrass myself in front of the whole entire class. Hello, Mrs. White, if you're slowing this down and listening to this, hello. I say hello and thank you. This video is going to be really short. Are you ready? Let's go. The case of Munn versus Illinois is not Munn versus 1871, but Munn versus Illinois was developed in 1871 when the legislature of Illinois found them, Munn, while guilty of violating the law. So let's back up a few bits. The National Grange is owned by two beautifully handsome men that I drew, Munn and Scott, but I only drew Munn. Sorry, Scott. But yeah, Munn and Scott owned the National Grange. The Chicago grain warehouse firm of Munn and Scott, that was the National Grange, was found guilty of violating the law, but appealed the conviction on the grounds that the law was an unconstitutional deprivation of property without due process of law that violated the 14th Amendment. It violated the 14th Amendment in the category of substantive due process. So, one of the questions that the Supreme Court had to answer was that then admitting these warehouses to be private property, and yes, this is quoted, and that the company might discontinue this application of them, or that they might have made what terms they pleased in the first instance, yet having, as they now have, this monopoly. The question is whether the warehouses be not private property, clothed with a public right, and if so, the principle of law attaches upon them. So, after consideration, they lost. Pretty surprising, am I right? They lost. And yeah, basically the significance of the case of Munn versus Illinois, was that to see if the U.S. Supreme Court, or basically the U.S., held power of private businesses. And in the end, our businesses and society today is basically that the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the power of government to regulate private industries. Thank you for watching. Be sure to support my Patreon, link in the description.